Welcome back to the Takeout Political Panel Time. 2 segments today. CBS News contributor, Democratic strategist Joel Payne, Republican strategist T.W. Arrighi. We'll get to Texas in a second, but I want to play for you sound. My colleague Rita Braver sat down with Joe Biden. This is going to air in full on Sunday morning, CBS Sunday Morning, this Sunday. It's about the debate and Joe Biden's reaction. Listen.
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
I wasn't horrified, I was frightened, because I had never, ever seen Joe like that before or since. Never.
Or since?
Yes, or
You've
since.
Never seen him like
never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
Joel.
It's riveting. And yeah,
I thought he had a stroke.
Very brave of her to kind of share that. I think, look, any Democrat right now having to go back and talk about 2024 is a painful experience. And I think it's going to make it hard to do any real recollection of the Biden years without talking about the trauma of the exit of the Biden years. I can just tell you the work of the party in 26 and 28 is to move past that and kind of make sense of whatever that experience was. I appreciate her talking about it, but I don't, it's almost like in a parallel universe to the conversation that's happening in the Democratic Party right now. Like that is so disconnected from where Democrats are.
Do people who are close to it or who were close to it have to explain?
I think everyone who, whether you were a party to it in that White House or in that campaign, or frankly, I'll own it, people like me who my theory the entire time was, as long as it wasn't impacting his job performance, his age shouldn't have been an issue. And it clearly, that wasn't the case. We all have to.
We've got a minute before we go to break. You're going to stay for a second segment, but give me your thoughts as you watch that.
Look, I am sure a lot of horrible things went through his family's mind when watching him have a meltdown. But the fact of the matter is the American people saw a diminished man over a long stretch of time. And while that was a horrifying and shocking thing to see the commander-in-chief on a debate stage doing it, it was not out of the realm of possibility to the American public. And that's why you saw such a huge backlash.
It was confirmation of the worst.
That is correct. And she brought up fearing a stroke. And that reminds me of Woodrow Wilson actually having a stroke and his wife knowing it happened and hiding it from the American people. That harkens back to that. We said we would never let that happen again, so I do think people need to answer for it today.
Yeah, and then we let it happen again 2 years later because Donald Trump is, tweeting through it on
I would not compare
Truth Social every weekend. So
I would not compare their behaviors to one another.
You don't compare them at all.
No, I don't. Look,
even though polling data shows about a third of the country thinks that there are cognitive issues with President Trump today.
Threaten to wipe out civilization.
He has done that, but he is not freezing on a stage. He is not at a loss for words. The man goes on 3-hour-long. We hear from him every day. He goes on marathon answering sessions. They're just not comparable.
The same issue that Democrats had 3 years ago, Republicans might have.
We're going to go to break. Stay with us.